Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Tuesday, April 28th. You'll be interested to know. 25 years ago, today, in 2001, a private citizen named Denis Tito rode a Russian spacecraft to the space station as the first paying space tourist, fulfilling a long-held dream of civilian access to orbit. His voyage marked a milestone in human spaceflight by opening the door to commercial participation, shifting perceptions of who could travel beyond Earth, and spurring interest in private space endeavors. So now you know. And now, it's time for the weather report. This morning, it's sunny and it feels like 46 degrees with 2-mile-per-hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:38, and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:40. It looks like we're in for some sunny weather today, with a high near 55 and a light northeast breeze, around 8 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 57. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies with a low around 41 and a calm northeast wind, around 5 miles per hour. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 48 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather. Wednesday is partly sunny with a slight chance of showers after 4 p.m. and a high near 56, then turning to rainy and cloudy Wednesday night with a low near 46 and east winds near 7 miles per hour. Thursday remains wet with morning rain showers and a likelihood of thunderstorms, cloudy and cooler with highs near 54, and northwest winds around 9 miles per hour Thursday night. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, the vast majority of operating room nurses at Tufts Medical Center have signed a letter of no confidence in leadership, warning that severe staffing shortages are jeopardizing patient safety and straining hospital operations. Mary Cornacchia, registered nurse and longtime operating room nurse at Tufts, stated, "We need help right now," emphasizing that nurses are burning out and are tired. In response, the Massachusetts Nurses Association has filed official complaints with various regulators, including the Massachusetts Department of Public Health and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Tufts Medical Center responded, stating, "Patient safety, quality, and caregiver well-being remain our highest priorities." Now on to sports. Cooper Flagg has edged Con Newpel in a close NBA Rookie of the Year race. On April 27th, 2026, the Dallas Mavericks celebrated their third Rookie of the Year award. Flagg, the number 1 pick in last year's draft, joins Jason Kidd and Luka Doncic as the only Mavericks to earn this honor. He averaged 21 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.2 steals, and 0.9 blocks this season. Flagg's historic performance included a record 51 points in a game against the Orlando Magic. "This is a truly great honor," Flagg stated, expressing gratitude to the Mavericks organization for their support. In local sports, the Celtics are 1 win away from the second round tonight at 7 against the Sixers. Boston is up 3-1 after a dominant Game 4, where Peyton Pritchard dropped 32 points off the bench and Jayson Tatum added 30. The Celtics set a franchise playoff record with 24 threes. They're heading home where they've been nearly unbeatable these playoffs, and with Tatum finally healthy, This team is championship experience shows. Everything points to a closeout at the Garden. Over on Lansdowne, the Red Sox are riding 3 straight wins, and they're heading back to Toronto tonight against the Blue Jays at 7-7. Ranger Suarez was masterful yesterday, allowing just 1 hit over 8 innings with 10 strikeouts in a 5-0 shutout. The bats are clicking, and with interim manager Chad Tracy now calling the shots after Alex Cora was fired over the weekend, Boston has got momentum. The Sox are 12-17 on the season, and this series matters. On the ice, the Bruins face elimination tonight in Buffalo at 7:30. Down 3-1 after Sunday's brutal 6-1 loss at home, it is do or die. Both Viktor Arvidsson and Nikita Zadorov are questionable with injuries, and coach Marco Sturm said the team came in angry Monday. 1 win changes everything. Another loss, their season is over. In top news, MicroStrategy could surpass BlackRock's Bitcoin holdings within a week. A Bitcoin central bank could rival BlackRock in Bitcoin holdings. Founded in 1988, BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager with more than $14 trillion in assets under management as of 2025. It was among the first Wall Street giants to launch a spot exchange-traded fund linked to Bitcoin in January 2024 after the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission greenlit it. A spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund allows both institutional and retail investors to gain indirect Bitcoin exposure through a traditional avenue. In business news, when Brian Niccol took the helm as Starbucks Chief Executive Officer in 2024, he promised that the floundering company would be going back to Starbucks. In a world defined by automation, he wanted to return the coffee giant to its cafe culture roots, but he urged patience. Last quarter, Starbucks' same-store sales were up 4% in North America, with overall transactions growing 3%. The company reported that members of its loyalty program were buying more, and casual customers were also returning. Niccol is refreshing more than 1,000 stores, adding more than 100,000 seats back to cafes by the end of 2026. Starbucks is improving customer service by rebuilding its digital app and training baristas to bring the human touch back to their work. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 3% to about $77,000. Ethereum is down 4.5% to about $2,000. And XRP is down 3% to $1.39. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham, just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Apple Wallet's new digital ID feature has just added more ways to use it. Last fall, Apple launched a new digital ID feature in the Wallet application. Now the feature can officially be used as an age verification method in several cases on iPhone. Digital ID was accepted at Transportation Security Administration security checkpoints in over 250 United States airports for domestic travel. Apple promised more uses in the future. Users will be able to present their digital ID at select businesses for identity and age verification in person, in applications and online. And in entertainment news, the $50 movie ticket has arrived. theaters are raising prices for avid moviegoers despite complaints from Hollywood studios. One of the best selling points of a night out at the movies has long been how inexpensive it was for 2 hours of entertainment. That is not the case when it costs $50 a ticket. Regal Cinemas recently charged that amount for opening night seats to see December's Dune, Part 3. Eye-popping prices for in-demand movies on premium screens are becoming common. 17% of film tickets sold last year were for premium format theaters, compared to 13% in 2021. Welcome to the new box office reality. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American astronaut and physicist, Sally Ride. And she said, "The stars don't look bigger, but they do look brighter." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the weather reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Boston.